Hey there, miners. Rusty coming at you with a knife review. I'm going to combine two of my newer cold steel knives into just one review here, so we'll take a peek at these. Still got these knives before. I got them in April of 2022, and the first one I got, it's a cold steel Fin Wolf, was given to me by a friend. Freedom Frog. He's got a channel known as Freedom Frog Gear. I got a review on this one, so check it out if you like. It's a great knife, great carry. So what do we have here? Well, I wanted to continue. I picked up a couple more cold steels. Got the cold steel. This is known as Double Safe Hunter. And then the cold steel Bush Ranger Lite. So both of these are going to run you somewhere in that $30 to $40 range, and they come with 8CR 13 MOV blade steel, GRN handles, which is very nice, strong handle. I'm really surprised by the strength on these, but I've seen people, just try to break them. So if you guys are looking for a work knife, this is what you're going to get. This is where you go. So let's talk about the locks on these. I'll do some comparisons here in a minute, but this one is called a rocker lock. It's actually called a Double Safe, hence Double Safe Hunter. And what this does, just your regular lock back, I think they call it a rolling lock or a rocking lock. And when you push this forward, it won't come unlocked, okay? And then you bring it back and you can unlock it. I can do it one hand. I'll show you that here in a second. But if you push this forward, you can't push the knife open either. So it does lock in the pocket, hence the double safe. Safe right there, can't. All right, now what I like to do is I like to hold the blade down a little bit when I push this so I don't end up cutting my fingers. Then you just give her a shake, because it's got a spring on the back here, which is going to bring that knife in. So I hold it at an angle and just get it to break. And then if you let me just push this and you'll watch the spring take it. It's wham. So all you gotta do is give it a shake just past that just past that spring, and it takes and closes itself. So I got this one opening and closing a little bit better. There we go. Let's see how we're doing with the Fin Wolf. Yep, had this a while, been playing with it a little bit, kind of getting it broken in a little bit more. So let's focus on these two, the Double Safe Hunter, the Bush Ranger Lite. As I mentioned before, going to be a heck of a working knife. From what I could tell, this is a flat grind. Good ergos. We got that lock I was talking about, and relatively thick edge. Okay. I believe Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge measured this at 23 thousandths. And I'd bet this one's probably at least 20. So it's pretty thick. Well, this one's thinner, it's lighter, and this is not quite as heavy duty as the Bush Ranger. It's not quite as thick, but I can tell you that that's just designed with the rest of the knife. Okay, this knife is designed for hard use. When you get a thicker, more metal there, you can use this knife harder. This is not going to be for skinning grapes. Okay, you're not going to get that done, but you can get some work out of this. Got good ergos. I do feel the pocket clip a little bit there, and it's a wide knife. So this one's a little bit narrower, a little bit slimmer. Yeah, not a much, but it does feel slimmer in the hand, and sometimes it's nice to have wider in the hand with that palm swell and everything. I'm feeling right here, I'm feeling the scales there. There's no jimping. Nice clip point. Very thick blade steel out there. This one's a little bit thinner, so we'll bring these two so you guys can see. Very similar blades, and I like that clip point on these things. So let's just go ahead and see how sharp they are. If you remember, I got a cold steel mini leather, I think of the leather neck tanto. I wasn't impressed with the sharpness, but what do we got today? Colonel Sanders at the pearly gates. Oh, we got some chicken statues. All right, I guess chickens, maybe God. Woo. Oh yes. All right, my viewers were telling me, Rusty, you know that cold steel sharpens their knives well. You got a bum deal there. So, all right, that works for me. Oh, let me get a piece of foam. Can't believe I'd even start a video these days. Start shooting a video without getting a piece of foam out. Yes. Okay. So, perfect. Yep. And this is one of those defective nuts. There we go. So this is impressive. It's getting her done. I also happen to like the color that this one comes in. You know, we get this orange. I got a little variety going with these ones. Don't know if well, I'll tell you guys the story. So a buddy of mine, he's got a, you know, this got an orange tinge on his Johnson. So he says, I better go to the doctor. And the doctor says, well, and he says, you married? He says, no. He says, well, you've been sleeping with any, you know, ladies of the night? He says, oh no, you know, he's a friend of mine. He says, I can't afford anything. I'm a knife enthusiast. So anyways, the doctor says, well, what do you do? You know, well, the guy says, well, he says, Doc, I eat Cheetos and I watch porn. And so the doc figured it out. So that's why the guy had some orange down below the waist there. All right, let's break this out. Let's compare these to the Rat 2. Sorry about Rat 1. Hopefully you guys didn't mind me taking a little break there. Got off tangent. Take a peek at how this is. Maybe for your other hard use style folder, you might turn to a Rat. And I'll just tell you, well, that's a pretty good size stop pin, but I'd rather have this lock holding that blade if you're pushing it down, locking it up, you know, keep her from bending down. So you can get these for about the same money. And this is Oz 8 steel and 8CR 13, so they're very similar in blade performance. Let's compare, bring it out with the okay. So Bush Ranger, just bigger. It's a bigger knife. We got more blade there. We got a little, definitely a wider handle. Yeah, not by much, but okay. What else would you guys think might be a hard use folder? Because that's a category I think of when I think of these. Well, I'm glad you asked. What if we break out some Gonzos? This is a Gonzo 74531. This is the Gonzo F704. No, I mean 740. So, taking a look at these are going to have the axis lock. I'm going to say here, and I might get in trouble with the crowd. This double safe lock is going to be safer than the axis lock. That's just my opinion. But both of these come with 440C steel, and on paper, that's a better steel, okay? Your 8CR is going to be like 0.8% carbon, and this should run at about 1%, somewhere in there. And from what I know about Gonzo and just the way they do everything, they do good on their heat treat, which is what cold steel also has a reputation for. You guys see the cold steel videos. I mean, even the company puts out their own videos, and they really beat up their knives. They take a lot of pride in getting it done right, heat treat and everything. So there's a couple knives for you. Got the Bush Ranger Lite, the 7.4, I want to say 3.1. Oh, 7.41. And the, sure this is the, yeah, F740. Got her in there. So they got the axis lock, pull back, give her a little bit, so it's, you got to break those in. This one I haven't been able to get quite done as well. And then this one, probably just cut myself. Don't tell YouTube. Okay guys, well, that's really all I had for today. I want to thank you for checking out the tubes, checking out the videos, and just being with me. All right guys, thanks now.